Hello, I am Gulfam. In this video, I am going to share about BS English admission interview. So in this video, I am going to talk about 12 things that you need to consider and that can help you to have success in your BS English interview. First of all, let me talk about the statistics of interviews, number of students. You know, when universities offer admission, so thousands of applicants apply for BS English. But you know, then they conduct tests, so some students are filtered and they select some students for interview. And if you are selected for interview, that is also not the guarantee of final selection for BS English program. So interview is very much important. One needs to perform well in the interview. You know, finally, hardly 10 to 15% of all the applicants are selected for the BS English program. So interview is an important phase during the admission time. Secondly, I want to let you know about the interview panel. So commonly, interview panel can consist of one teacher, two or 2 to 5 or 6, depends on the institution or university where you have applied. You may place one teacher for interview or 2, 3, 5 up to 10, so it depends. The third thing is dressing. You know, while going for interview, so you are going to appear in admission interview, you are not going to appear in the interview, or you are not going for any audition or modeling or anything else. So you need to have formal dressing, and you know what is formal dressing to look decent. So it is very much important. Don't avoid this point. Take care of dressing while going to interview. Fourth thing is confidence. Be confident while giving an interview. So confidence also does not mean overconfident. You need not to be overconfident. So be confident. So from where confidence comes? When you are well prepared. If you are not well prepared, so that may disturb your confidence. So it is better to prepare well in order to get confidence or to be confident while answering interview questions. The fifth point is truthfulness and honesty. While answering questions, be honest, be truthful. Only say what do you believe and you know is correct. Do not make false claims. Do not give false information about you or whatever you are asked. So always be truthful and to sound natural and avoid wrong answer and avoid information that you are not clear about. So because if you give wrong information or something irrelevant, that may leave very negative impact on the panel, and so that can of course impact their decision about you. So always be honest and be truthful while responding. The sixth point is in interview it is commonly asked, introduce yourself or tell me something about yourself. It is the common questions asked everywhere in every type of interview. Similarly, in BS English too, they will ask you to introduce yourself or tell us about yourself. So to respond this question, you need to tell them your name, where are you from, and where did you get your early education, and what was your previous institution, school or college. You may talk about all these things, and by finishing your response, you may talk about your hobbies or interests or anything else, because that may lead panel to ask particular questions about that. So prepare a very good intro of yourself with your academic career. The seventh point is it is also commonly asked that why BS English. You know, there are so many programs and there are many languages. So why do you want to do BS English? So to respond this question, you should have a genuine reason and you should have special motivation. And of course, when you have applied for this program, so you must have some reasons behind. You need to shed light of all those things, the possibilities, opportunities, your motivations. Due to that, you are here for the BS English interview. So you should know the reason that why BS English. So prepare well for this question as well. The 8th point is, so of course you are appearing for English, BS English interview and admission interview. So you are expected to know the basics of English, like English grammar, and in English grammar, parts of speech, tenses, narrations, and key concepts in grammar. Because at this level, it is not the case that you don't know about anything. They might ask you something in grammar. For example, simply in parts of speech, they might ask you differentiate adjective from adverbs, or what is the difference between conjunction and preposition. So I am giving you just these as examples, so you can be asked different questions like in tenses or in voices to change a sentence into passive voice or into indirect speech or anything else. So the point is that you need to be prepared for basic grammar like parts of speech, tenses, voices, narrations, and other key concepts in grammar. So you can be asked about anything and you must be prepared for it. So if you don't respond rightly, so what does it indicate? It means that you're not interested, you have not read anything, and you don't know anything. So it will leave a very negative impression on the panel. And that can change their decision about you. So be well prepared for grammar. The 9th point is that you are applying for BS English, so that consists of linguistics, of course. So you can be asked about linguistics. What is linguistics? So of course at this level you don't know enough about it, but generally you should have idea that what linguistics is and what are its major or sub branches, and you should know the key concept. For example, what is language, or what is linguistics, and what a linguist does, what is the job of a linguist. So you should know these key concepts. You can be asked about such things. The 10th point is that similarly BS English also includes literature. You can be asked from literature as well. For example, what is literature? So what are different genres in literature? For example, differences in novel, drama, poetry, and all those things. And you can be asked about your favorite author, or what if you have read anything in literature. So also get prepared key concept in literature, and how do you relate literature with the real life. So you need to be prepared for this as well. The 11th point is you can be asked about why this university. For example, if you have applied in a particular university, so you can be asked, so you have choices, why this university, why this college, why this institution. So you should know the reason, and you must be knowing because you have targeted this particular university or college or institution. So you must be aware of reason. For example, you can respond to this question because of the faculty members, because of teacher, because of location of the institution, or it is convenient for you, or there can be some financial aspects. So there can be anything. You should know that, and you must be aware of that, because when you apply somewhere, so of course you must be aware of all these dynamics. So you can answer this question accordingly, but also be prepared for this question as well. The 12th and last point is you can be asked about your future planning, because you are doing BS English. So you can be asked where do you see yourself in future. So why do you want to do BS English? So you must be knowing your goals, your future objectives. For example, after completing BS English, what do you want to do? For example, you want to become English teacher, or you want to pursue some other degrees, or if you want to get prepared for some tests, for different job purposes, or for anything. So there can be any reason, of course, due to that you are doing BS English. So it is very much important to know your future plans, so you can be asked about that. Conclusion of this video is that if you have applied for BS English and if you are selected for interview, so this selection for interview is not the guarantee of final selection for the BS English program. You need to be well prepared. So I shared some points with you. You may take these points into consideration and prepare accordingly. I hope you will be able to secure admission. Thank you so much for this watching for this video. I wish you all the best for your BS English admission. Subscribe this channel to get such useful videos. Thank you.